Hello YouTube, this is Bash bringing you here for week 7. We are up against Blin and the Canberra Cradily. He's a really chill guy. I don't know if he's uploading Little Cup, but he did the post. He's been doing post draft rankings for the APA for different leagues in the APA. So definitely check him out. I'll link him in below. His team consists of Vulpix, Meowth, Hippopod. I can never say his name. Hippo. I'm just going to go Hippo. Stuffle, Shellos, Sparrow, Mime Jr., Poochyena, Bellsprout, and the Leap. My team, let's go down here. We got Munchlax, Axio, Kling, Clampo, Swablu, Tyrogue, Sandile, Solosis, Wimpod, and Phantom. Now, based off what we have, what he has a Sun team. He has Meowth, and he has some really good thick walls with Hippopotas and the Lily being and Shellos being incredible walls, and then Mons like Sparrow being a pretty good offensive threat as well. And Vulpix is really difficult for teams to switch into, as well as Meowth. Meowth is by far one of the top mons, one of the hardest mons to switch into. Just because it hits so hard and the amount of coverage it gets as well with in fake out and feint and all stuff like that with priority as well, so that makes it just as good. So I want to go into my team I'm bringing this week. We got Cotton here with Focus Sash, Roost, Pluck, Moonblast, and Cotton Guard. Focus Sash is literally because of, you'll see later on why I have this. I'll switch to this mod next, but that's kind of the reason. So this mod is sort of helped here to help with a couple things. First off, it takes away weather with Cloud9 with Hippo and the Vulpix. Two, it helps pressure Stuffle, which is one mod I really need to pressure this match. This is other than taking away weather, this is pretty much what it's designated to do, is take down Stuffle. Cotton Guard is just a move I threw on there. Maybe I should, I don't know, maybe I should have put Defog on, but I kind of want Cotton Guard. What was kind of interesting, I didn't know if he was going to bring Stealth Rocks or not, and he didn't have any other hazards, I believe, on his team. So I kind of went with Cotton Guard, and a lot of his team's more physically offensive anyway, for the most part. So then I'm going to go into this one. We're going to move this to here. Thick Jr., one of my win cons, Rest, Sleep, Talk, Curse, Body Slam. As I said before, I wanted to take out the Stuffle, and this is the reason why. Pretty much this thing wins. If Stuffle is gone, this thing pretty much wins against his team. Just straight up, it's such a good mod. Rest, Sleep, Talk, Curse, Body Slam hits really hard and get those pairs off, which is really nice as well. Trying to pair things like the Stuffle coming in, the Meowth maybe, Sparrow, the Bellsprout, Vulpix. Paralyzing those things are really nice, to be honest. And even paralyzing Hippo is nice too as well. So next we got Dracon, which is another win con. Dragon Dance, Dragon Call, Poison Jab, Protect. Protect is there for Hippo, not Hippo, for Meowth, as well as wasting out Sun Turn so that Bellsprout won't outspeed me. It's pretty good with that kind of stuff, and it can take out it can block the fake out from Mime Jr. So this thing is pretty good. I don't need Mode Breaker this week, so I went with a Nerve to make sure those berry juices don't pop. We got, and then Dragon Claw, Poison Jab. Poison Jab is literally there for Mime Jr. I could pretty much click Dragon Claw against everything else. So then we got Jewel, and this is a very interesting set. I am bringing Deep Sea Scale instead of Deep Sea Tooth. Now Deep Sea Tooth usually gives you double the special attack, but the Deep Sea Scale gives me double the special attack, special defense in that. And this is my switch in to Vulpix. One of my switch-ins to Vulpix. It can also switch into Shallows. It can switch into a couple different things. My Junior kind of thing. So coming is here for Rain Dance, Surf, Icy Wind, Protect. I went with Icy Wind because if Bellsprout comes in, I can lower that speed. It could be really nice. Rain Dance is to take away the weather, and Surf is pretty good stab, and Protect is to waste turns of Sun. So that's what we're going with. And the Protect is there for a fake out as well. So that's really good with Clan Pearl. Hopefully that works out pretty well. And then we got Nature's Whisper. This is my switch into. This is another way to stop Stuffle. You see, I already have 2 mods designated just to help with really Stuffle, and this thing can help with Bellsprout as well, and helps out with Meowth for somewhat. Oranberry, Giga Drain, Will-O-Wisp, Protect, Psychic. Oranberry, Protect, Harvest is really good with this kind of set. I pretty much, if I get below half, I just automatically get pretty close up to the full. And as well as I can harvest it back and click Protect to get that. Will-O-Wisp is for things like Poochyena, switching in Stuffle. I think you'll burn the Stuffle. Munchlax becomes amazing. Burning things like the Hippo wouldn't be that bad either, especially since I don't have Toxic this match. Which is kind of why I should have brought Toxic, but I should have maybe brought Toxic, but Will-O-Wisp seems really good, especially with like things like Sparrow as well. You get the Will-O-Wisp burn on the switch-ins. I'm going with the special kind of set because Stuffle is very physically defensive with the Fluffy ability. So Giga Drain and Psychic are really good for this match anyway to get recovery as well. So that's kind of why I went special. And then the last one, Karate Kid is coming back here. We have 3 priority moves and a high jump kick, block punch, bullet punch, high jump kick fake out now. His team does not switch into fighting type moves well. Bellsprout switches in. Well, not really. That thing's frail. Mime Jr. or just bullet punch, 2 shots. Let's see. Yeah. And physically, very, very physically defensive Hippo with Evilite was the only other switch in, I guess. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So let's go into this match here, which is going to be a little different this time. You'll see in a second. Now, you're probably wondering what's going on. We are actually... So what happened was in the middle of our match... Okay. Should not have happened. Stop doing that. Okay. We're going to just work with this anyway because... Yeah. So we... Blin and I, we got into the match, and right at the end of the match, the game... The Pokemon Showdown server restarted. We used Showdown server instead of Draft Frontier for this match. And it restarted right at the end, so we missed the replay. We don't have the replay. We cannot ever get the replay. So that's unfortunate, but we basically know how the game went. So you're gonna have to stick with me for this because it's gonna get kind of crazy here. So we got the matchup here. We got Swablu, Tyrogue, Munchlax, Clamperl, Phantom, and Axew, and then Blin ended up bringing the Stuffle, the Meowth, the Poochyena, the Hippo, the Sparrow, and Lily. Oh, sorry about that. In the Lily. Basing off this team matchup, I think he's either gonna leave Meowth, Hippo, or Lily. Lily or Hippo because of rocks, and Meowth because it's just always a good lead and outspeeds pretty much everything other than a choice scarf on my team. So that's kind of what I was looking at. So in that case, I decided to leave Clamperl. Clamperl has Protect for Meowth for the fake out. I believe it can't one-shot me unless it's like banded, maybe, or has a cover move for like I guess a grass type move or electric type move. But even then, if it's special, it's not going to do much. So I forgot. Did Meowth get C-Bomb? I'm not sure. I know A-Bomb does, but yeah. And Clamperl matches up pretty well against Hippo and the Leap, as Icy Wind does a decent amount to the Leap, and Surf completely annihilates Hippo. So that's what I was looking at here. So that's what we're gonna do. We start off the match, and he goes for Fake Eyes, I go for Protect. So I make that play, and then he goes for knocks off my Deep Sea Scale, but it's not really that big of a deal since he didn't bring Sun at all. He didn't bring Vulpix, which is I prepped a lot for. So yeah, that kind of went to waste. So then he ends up going for a U-turn. No, I went for Icy Wind on the first. I went for Icy Wind on when he clicked the knockoff, taking off the Deep Sea Scale, and I lowered his speed. And then I clicked Surface to go in for U-turn. And he popped into the Stuffle, which did about 57%. And then Stuffle went on to kill my Clamperl there. Now, Stuffle, as I said, was a huge problem. Clamperl didn't really have to do that much this match. I guess it was kind of sack fodder, and it got a decent amount of damage off. It got over 50% on Stuffle, and it got some damage off on Meowth as well. I brought it pretty low. Especially it was able to scout out what kind of his set is because I already know 3 of his moves: Fake Out, U-Turn, and Knock Off. Now, with that in mind, I believe I go into Swablu next. Now, Swablu, I was debating clicking Conguard, or I could click Moonblast, or I could click Pluck. I was gonna go. Ended up clicking Moonblast, and he ended up popping into Lily, and then he set up rocks after that. As I believe I switched out into the Tyrogue. I think it was Tyrogue. To so I could put on some pressure, as his team did not switch into HJK at all. Well, and then it became this maneuvering because Hippo was to switch into HJK, so we just went into this huge cycle of mons just slapping each other silly kind of thing until I believe he went Poochiana on the Giga Drain. Yeah, on the Giga Drain. He went Poochiana on the Giga Drain. At this point, Sparrow's pretty far weakened. I believe Meowth is somewhat weakened, but like not too badly. Beware is exactly what it was before, so like it for like 45-ish%, I believe. Hippo was back up at fullish. Sparrow, yeah, I said the Sparrow. Lily is about at fullish. Yeah, and Poochiana switches in on the Giga Drain from Phantom. And I'm going to click Protect, scout out what he wants to do. He clicks Crunch, and I'm going to pull my switch and sack off Swablu-ish, partly because I want to sack off Swab. I didn't really sack off Swablu. I wanted to see. It was my least valuable member at the time anyway, because I didn't really think it was going to do too much. And he ends up getting a crit on the Crunch. Now, it does matter. It doesn't at the same time. Now, because he got the crit and the Crunch, we got a double down. Because he died to Life Orb recoil. Now, if he didn't get the crit, I lived, but he would have gotten the advantage in the matchup, I guess. He could have brought something in the advantage. But at that point, then I could have gotten the advantage. But it didn't. I don't think it mattered too much in the long run per se. Yeah. So that happened. We double down. I believe I go into Tyrogue. He goes into Sparrow. I click Fake Out, bring him decently low, and he goes. And then I go for a Mach Punch as he switches into the Hippo. And now at this point, we're gonna go into a situation where we're back in a cycle of me switching into Phantom on the Hippo. He switches in Lily on the Phantom, and then I have to predict on the recover the get into Tyrogue at this situation until there came to a situation where I got he decided to try to pull a switch as I go for Protect and try to predict a Protect or something like that, and I go for Gate Drain and Sparrow goes down. Now at this point we're looking pretty decent. I believe we are at 4-4 right now. So we're looking pretty decent. I still have the Tyrogue around. I still have the Munchlax. I still have Phantom, and I still have Axew. He still has the Stuffle, Meowth, Hippo, and Lily with his 2 Starry Walls and his 2 offensive mons right there. Absolute offensive mons. So at this point, he goes into the leap, and then we start maneuvering again. And I end up getting a switch in. I think I go into Munchlax at some point. I think I go into Munchlax at some point against the Hippo. Oh wait, I think it was it against Tyrogue? Well, what ended up happening was he rolled. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I don't know what's going on. He whirlwind me into Munchlax, and I got a body slam pair on the Hippo. So it didn't really play too much in the future, but that's something to note as well. He whirlwinds me around, and then I got back into Phantom. He goes into Little Leap, and finally I make the play. I get into Tyrogue. Hippo's about 63-ish% at this point, so I'm gonna click HJK. I do get a crit, but it's not gonna matter too much as crit. 2 HJKs took Hippo out at this point anyway. But I'm just gonna pick. The only difference is allow me to pick Mach Punch instead of HJK the second time. So yeah, Tyro picks up a kill against Hippo, and that's one huge wall down on his team. Now he gets to go into Meowth now, and Meowth pretty much takes me out of the Fake Out. So, brings me pretty low with Fake Out, I guess. He doesn't kill me with Fake Out. He brings me really low, and I did not want that to happen. Tyro's in really good win condition at this point, and so I'm gonna go into Phantom on the Fake Out. I can make the prediction, and then but then he goes for the knockoff and he takes me out at that point. Now I get to go back in Tyrogue. Oops, that's spoilers. And I can click Mach Punch on that thing, and I do. I don't take it out as he goes into Lily, and I'm gonna click HJK here to take this thing out. Oh, we missed. So, but that pops our berry juice, but that brings Lily a higher amount of HP, and now I'm at a lower amount of HP with Tyro. I could have been at a higher amount at that point and put in a lot more work. But nope, we missed the HJK. Kind of sucks, but oh well. It's not gonna. It kind of did matter, but like it wasn't too. I mean, not as bad as the next one. But like HJK, I guess it's better to get it out now. Per se, because we were able to take out Lilip anyway the next turn, and I believe Meowth at this point was able to take us out with a Fake Out either way, even if I didn't miss. I think there's a possibility. I'm not sure. I would need to check the count kind of thing, I guess, because he was a life orb Meowth. So at this point, he actually goes into Stuffle, and he clicks Brick Break and takes out my Tyro. Now I clicked Mach Punch on the Stuffle, put this thing in guaranteed rage no matter what his set is, even if he's max HP, max defense, EV Light, Fluffy. Dragon D-Dance up with Axu takes this thing out. Now, I go for the D-Dance, and he crits me with Brick Break, which, by the way, is worse than you can imagine, because at this point, that means Axu is in range of Fake Out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but he's in range of Fake Out. But I protect, right? So I take out the Stuffle here. And I think I win this game at this point, right? That's why I'm wrong. He pulls out the feint, takes out my Axu, which is kind of why that sucks with the crit with Brick Break, because that means if he didn't get the crit with Brick Break, I lived the feint because I was EV Light Axu, and I would have just swept right there. But then at this point, it came down to Meowth versus Munchlax. Now at this point, Munchlax is able to kill Meowth and win us the game with a Body Slam. Basically, Munchlax could not. I think it was a 3-shot or a 4-shot to take me out with the moves. He only had Fake Out, which he couldn't use at the point. Feint, which is really low powered. Knockoff and U-turn. So that's basically it. We get the Body Slam, and we take out the Meowth, and that is game. We end up winning 1-0 against Blin. Sorry that there's no replay this week. That's what happens with the Showdown servers. It's unfortunate, but we just got to move on. I don't know who we play next week, but we are moving up. We're doing pretty well now, back in the standings wise. I believe that means we are 4-3, if I remember correctly. Let me check before I make a fool of myself and tell you incorrect information, because that could be bad per se. That is not updated. Let's see. What? That was weird. Okay. Yeah, we're 4-3. I believe now, and I think we're like +4 differential, +5. I'm not sure. I can't see what it says for differential. I'm honestly don't remember the differential, but we are 4-3, looking good. Back to a positive record, which is nice. So hopefully we can keep the streak going. Thank you all so much for watching. Sorry about the fact there's no replay, but we're gonna have to deal with it, and we just improvised. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, Bash.